Hey guys, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a supposedly a residential mower, but I don't know. I've cut stuff pretty tall with it. I mean, probably past the seat, so I mean a good 3 foot, some taller than that, and I mean the thing ain't really missed a beat. Um, it bogs down slightly, but I mean nothing crazy. I mean it's made for residential use, but I mean you can definitely uh, start up a small business with this mower. Um, with the price point where it's at, it's under 3 grand. So I mean if you're you know looking for a budget mower, um, just to get your business going, this is definitely the mower to do it. Um, I mean, it's cheaper than the other residential mowers that you can start your business at. Um, yeah, it's definitely cheaper than your other Husqvarnas and uh, the right mowers and bad boy mowers. I mean, to me, I looked at bad boy mowers before I got this, and it just seemed to me like the quality wasn't really there for a smaller residential mower like this. um I mean, Toro is, I've ran other uh zero turns. um I know I used I believe it's called a Lesco, um and that bogged down on thick wet grass as well, and that's supposedly it was a commercial grade mower. um Show you some features. It's got the smart speed control system, your towing mode. I haven't found really a difference in it. Only difference that I found in it when you use the different settings is how quick it turns and how snappier it is. Obviously on the high speed, it's going to be more snappier with your turns. And then obviously your slow mode and your tow mode, which is the middle one. It's not as snappy as the high speed one. No, I mean it's a killer motor, man. It good on gas. I haven't even done the first service on it yet, so I mean I've mowed most of the yards that I mow now is, I mean, pretty thick. Like, I mean, few weeks out of people not mowing their grass, or even a month. I did a free mow on a residential house that was up for sale and didn't really have no yard, so I was just like, let me see how this thing works with really thick grass. And I mean it was at least, I mean, I would say 4 foot, and it went through it. Obviously I had to go over it a couple of times, but I mean that's with any any mower. You're gonna have to go over stuff multiple times that thick. But I mean it cut it. It did a really good job. I don't have any video of it or any pitch, or no, I have some pictures of it, like what it looked like, but it's hard to see with nothing next to it how tall it is. But it was at least 4 foot tall, and it mowed it without a problem. I haven't had any problems with it. No, nothing. I mean, I ran it out of gas. That was about it. And it wasn't hard to start. It started right up after I put gas in it. I haven't even sharpened the blades yet, which I'll probably do it this week. But yeah, if y'all are in the market for a residential / commercial use mower, I mean, I mow I've mowed probably maybe 10 yards with it so far, and they've all been super thick, super tall, wet, obviously, because it's morning time, so there's dew, plus it's Florida, so it rains every day. And I haven't had any problems with it cutting at all. Go back over it once or twice, and other than that, it cut it. Got a good cut. I mean, I haven't had any yards nice enough to where I can try to stripe with it, but I mean, we'll see if it'll stripe. Show you some of this stuff. I mean, it's all relatively like there, all your fuses and your electrical wires. Got some trash here. All your electrical wires and stuff like that are on there. So I mean, it looks like it would be relatively, easy to, fix something or figure out if there's something wrong. You ain't gotta lift it up or, nothing crazy like that. All your electrical stuff is right in here for your switches. The only bad thing that I see that might be an issue later on is these, casted aluminum. I mean, I don't know if they would break. I don't know if somebody's had one of these break before as far as the, where they're mounted and how they're mounted. But I mean, if you was to break one, I mean, it's 2 bolts and it's, you can replace it. I know on the other mowers, they're all one piece. So, if something were to get bent, you would have to either bend it back and try to get it straight, or, try to fab up a new arm. And then you're going to worry about if you're even on both sides and if you're going to cut crooked. But I don't know. I like this too on these small residential mowers. I didn't like any of the seats. I know Toro makes another smaller residential one. I'm not sure what size it is, but I didn't like the seat. It didn't have the little where it kind of sets you back in your butt. It was and it was a little lower too on your back. That one's super comfortable. It hugs you in there. I'm kind of a taller person, about 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere in there. And I can stretch my legs straight and, my feet be right up here. So, like I said, if you guys, it's got the iron forge cutting system. Also, it's the fabricated deck. It's not the stamp deck. I didn't want the stamp deck. I don't know why. It looks better like that, I think. And then also, I just feel like, especially on the stamp deck, it's got the little fin that comes out here. I just see a lot of mowers that have that and they're like rusted out and, tore off. Then you're gonna have to, buy a new deck once it starts doing that, because I mean, you're gonna be shooting out rocks, out of them holes. And another thing I didn't like neither was the chute. It's not bad, but I don't believe they have anything that bolts up to it where it's like a chute blocker or anything like that. But I mean, they might. I haven't really did a lot of research on, what are the accessories that has for it, especially for that. I know they make a mulching kit for it. I don't know if you buy the mulching kit, it comes with like a different kind of chute or a block off or something. Yeah, other than that, it's got the tow hitch on it. I don't know if the other one, I can't remember if the bad boy one had the tow hitch on it. I believe so, but I believe it was all one piece from, from your frame all the way around. I think it was all one piece, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, I don't know. But yeah, if you guys are in, you ain't got freaking $7,000-8,000 for a, a commercial grade mower. It does have the commercial motor on it. If you guys ain't in the market and you can't afford, like me, you know, to drop, you know, 6 at the least, you know, for a commercial grade mower, you know, you're not going to start out with, you know, 30 yards a day. It's going to have to grow. This is definitely the mower to get, and the price point is way better than, you know, and I shopped around for months and months trying to figure out, you know, what exactly mower I wanted to buy, which one I could afford, which one's in the budget, you know, what's the best, pretty much bang for your buck. This is definitely for sure 100% the one. Like I said, I've used other zero turn mowers. The only issue that I have right now is where I live. There's a lot of subdivisions, and I'm sure everybody knows that, you know, getting into the backyards, it's difficult. I can almost fit in a normal size gate, but, you know, once I, you know, pull my flap up, it's just barely, you know, too big. So I mean, I've lost out on 2 yards just because of that issue. I quoted somebody, you know, and I started on the yard before I even, you know, seen if my mower can fit out back. And, you know, I already started the yard, so I had to finish it. Ultimately, I had to take a whole panel, and I'm sure somebody has done it before. I had to take a whole panel off of, you know, one side of the fence just to get in the backyard, which I put it all back together, and, you know, the fence was barely hanging on anyways, but, you know, I put it all back together best, you know, better than it was before. So, yeah, like I said, if you guys are in, you know, in the market for a, you know, commercial / residential mower, this is definitely the mower to get. It's, you know, it's, I want to say, like I said, under $3 grand. I mean, you can't beat it, you know, with the stamp deck, you know, and you can't service the hydros on it neither, which, I mean, it's fine. I haven't had any problems, any squeaks or squeals or nothing like that. I mean, it's a good mower, man. I believe it's I want to say 3 to 5 gallons. I've mowed probably 4 or 5 yards on a full tank of gas, and that's with thick grass. So I mean, that's double cutting and sometimes even triple cutting it. Yeah, it's a good mower, man. I definitely highly recommend Toro. My next purchase hopefully is going to be a 36-inch. I want to say that Toro makes a 36-inch standard. I haven't really looked into them, but I know like the Wright standards and the Husqvarna, I don't believe make a 36, but the Wright is just not in my budget. I mean, you're looking at, you know, 9 to 10 grand, you know, after taxes and everything. And I just, right now, I ain't got that much money. But yeah, it's a good mower, man. It's definitely one of the top ones that I've used and researched on. And I mean, I've watched hours of YouTube videos. You know, looked at people's reviews on them, and I mean, for the most part, they were all pretty positive. I mean, but at the end of the day, you got to go with the people who's actually used this mower and ran this mower and used it for, you know, to make money from. Hey guys, just wanted to make an outro real quick about this mower. I highly recommend this mower for somebody who want to start their own business, and get you a nice decent trailer, and yeah, get you a nice decent trailer, and get one of these mowers, man. It's definitely the way to go, 100%. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna be making videos all the time, you know, about this specific mower and, you know, what it's capable of, what it does when it cuts, you know, in the yards that I'm doing.